it with E-Joy. It's your girl E-Joy. Come on and hype me up. Hype me up. Don't make me hype myself up. Come on, y'all. Y'all know, come catch a vibe. I heard about it. Let's talk about it. It's gonna be so E-Joy time. But I get into that. Let's really talk about some of that. It's gonna be crazy. You gotta let's go.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to Kicking It with E-Joy. Thanks for joining in, tuning in, and all that good stuff. All right, y'all. So I got something today that I feel like we all need to talk about. We need to go ahead and talk about it, get into it. We're going to talk about inflation today. This is something that I feel like is affecting everybody right now. I don't care which status is, in some kind of way, some kind of form. It is having an effect on a little bit of everybody. This ain't a you problem, them problem, they problem. This is a we problem that is going on right now in America. If you're an American, like this is a we problem. It's so many different things and so many different factors playing in this. Right now, we got the government shut down. They talking about stopping food stamps. Just everything. We right now we just 6, 7. We going through it right now. They sending us up and through. Okay, and this is something that a lot of us have not even experienced before. Something we haven't been through. It's rough right now. The cost of everything is so high. They ain't raising no prices on or raising the wages on nothing, but they show up in them prices on us. So it's something that I feel like we're all feeling. Some people might be feeling a little slighter than others, but for the most part, this is, like I said, it's a we problem, and it's one of those things where we all have to get together, band together, and you know what I'm saying? We got to help each other out, you know? This is a time where you have to really put forth that good old American spirit, the love thy neighbor. I don't, whichever way you want to put it, like we need to rely on each other right now more than ever because we in this together. I did go and I went around and I talked to different people. I'm talking about single families. I'm talking about families with more than one income, ones with multiple incomes, elderly, you name it. I've talked to them. I don't care what political side of the fence you're on. I don't care what color your skin is. No, nothing. Like I said, this is a we problem, and it's not just affecting it's affecting everybody right now. And so I had went and asked how was it affecting different households, and the number one thing that I got was groceries. And it's so crazy and so sad that the groceries is where it's affecting us the most. And right now with the government being shut down, now they want to cut down food stamps, and people already, you know what I mean, and the ones that are getting food stamps, they're getting them for a reason. And so now you're taking that away, and then you got people that are working every day, and we're struggling to, you know what I'm saying, be able to afford groceries and basic life necessities. So, like I said, it's definitely a us problem, but groceries are definitely coming in at number one. It's definitely coming in at number one because we is trying to figure out how we're going to eat every day. And I know for me personally, I have took and weighed out my options on far as eating out versus eating at home. I remember one day I was like, dang, what am I going to, instead of going out to eat, let me think of some quick, inexpensive meal that I can go ahead and throw together. And, you know, because we used to be able to do the little $20 to feed the family, you know, yeah, all that stuff. Yeah, it's kind of got cut out because I went and I thought, I'll make some chili. Even had the meat at home. Y'all still end up spending $50 in the grocery store. So it's like at that point, do I go and sit down at a restaurant or get, you know what I'm saying, something to go where I didn't have to make the meal? I didn't have to, you know what I'm saying, prepare the meal or anything. I ain't got to wash the dishes. All I got to do is say what I want, sit down and eat, and you know what I'm saying, pay my bill and tip your server too, and pay my bill, and you know what I'm saying, and be done. It's 6-7, you know, is not no. Right now, yeah, it's life decisions being made about just something simple as, you know what I'm saying, eating. I know that rent definitely is up there on a lot of people's list that probably came in at like number 2. And the rent prices right now are out of control, very out of control. Then you got other stuff that you got to factor in now. We got Airbnbs, and then the zoning and all that. Yeah, that's a whole nother subject for another day. But even finding affordable housing for people is very hard. And I've even talked to homeowners and just saying that the difference in their property taxes and different things without even doing repairs or anything like that, you know, property taxes on the rise. Like it used to be able to rob Peter to pay Paul. Well, guess what? Paul ain't got it either, because, you know, Paul over here getting beat down too. So we in a time, and we here, y'all. We in this, okay? We here and we in this. And then I know a lot of people said with utilities, car insurance, those type of things, just even the smallest, slightest thing where it used to be if something went up $10, $20, yeah, 6, 7, you know, you figure it out and you deal with it. But when everything is going up $10, $20, you know what I'm saying, it starts to add up, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely hitting everybody right now in their pockets. Even down to the smallest thing with personal hygiene, all your day-to-day stuff. When you're talking about toilet paper, soap, shampoos, conditioners, cleaning supplies, and all that different kind of stuff. Hey, anything that's a dollar store, it ain't even a dollar. Everything should be called $5 store now, because it ain't no such thing as a dollar store no more. Family Dollar, take $5, Family 5, change the name. What is it? Dollar General, $5 General, because it's just everything. It ain't nothing. It's just $5 at least. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no such thing as a dollar no more. I mean, and it just 6, 7. Like, it's the reality that we live in now. Even down to, like I said, basic needs that we all need every day. You know what I'm saying? We used to be able to deodorants and body washes and shampoo and conditioner and all that. You ain't getting nothing under $8. not at all. No, ma'am, no sir. Like, that's not happening. So it's everything, and these are basic needs that we all need, our children need, the elderly need, everybody needs. So it's being felt all the way around the board. Then, like I said, daily household cleaning supplies, everything that you can imagine. Like, if you sit and think about the reality of it, like, right now, ain't nothing cheap nowhere. Like, the cutting corners and all that. And I thought it was real interesting that I had somebody I had asked. I said, "Hey, you know, how is inflation affecting your household?" And she said, "You know, my surplus is gone." I said, good one. Because I remember it was a time I used to do a little couponing, and you have all your little extras, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot from stuff that you got for free and all that. But even with that, like, you don't have that surplus where, because I remember it used to be, if I get down to like 2, let me go ahead and go back and re-up or whatever. But there is no surplus no more in your household, because we just can't, you can't afford it. You just can't afford it. Like, this is where we at, people. This is where we at. And it's affecting everybody. Like I said, some people are slighter than others. I've had some people say that, you know, it really hasn't affected them. Maybe because they don't have smaller kids, or the kids grew up in, out the house or whatever. But at the same time, they still being affected because they're still having to cut back or even as far as people planning like family trips and things like that, they having to plan it out a little farther ahead. They're having to put back extra money when they can to try to put towards their trip. So it's so much like extra planning and trying to make sure you got extra cushion to go in for a vacation that you ain't taking for 8 months now. So it's affecting everybody in some way, shape, or form. The elderly, listen here. We gotta take care. We gotta take care of the people that was here before us. Even right now with them being on fixed income, a lot of people I know are at the age of retirement, and they like, I can't afford to retire right now. Because of retirement, it's not enough. When you still got to pay your rent, your bills, and everything else to live, like the retirement's not enough. And a lot of people is taking a retirement and then still having to go and pick up a little part-time job because it's not enough. It is not enough. And it's sad that you work all your life to be able to supposedly retire, and you still can't retire and stay at home because everything else, and I mean, it's unfortunate, and everybody doesn't have the savings and things saved up and whatnot. And with the elderly, they getting the medical expenses is really, really hurting when they have to pay what some of these people pay for their medications and stuff. Medications is out of control. But at the same time, once again, with this government shutdown and whatnot, without medical coverage, that leaves a lot of people out here vulnerable. Once again, like we're all vulnerable right now, and especially our elderly. What are they supposed to do at this point? Like, you got to have your medicine. But then at the same time, you got to pay your rent. One lady I talked to, she said, "Oh, they gave me an extra $40 a month with my Social Security." She said, I was like, "Oh, okay." She said, and then next week they went up on her rent $10, left her $10, basically. They went up on her rent. I'm sorry, they went up on her rent $20. So then she had $20 to spare. But then one of her medication prices went up, and so it left her with a extra $10 a month. Whoop-dee-doo. Like, that's it, the math just ain't mathing. And it's so crazy that after you worked all your life, that this is where we're at. And a lot of it has a lot to do with the Trump administration up there. He up there building a ballroom that ain't none of us gonna be able to dance or even step foot in. You worried about ballroom, and yet and still you talking about cutting people food stamps. Listen, I don't. Them people that everybody illegal ain't illegal. It's just too much. And the thing is at this point, y'all thought Trump just wanted the rich to get richer. Man, Trump ain't thinking about nobody but himself. Okay? Y'all voted him in. He ain't thinking about nothing but himself. And the dictatorship does not work. It does not work at all. And what's so sad is all of this thinking about himself is at the cost of us. And so that's why I say right now, all we have is each other. And this time that we're in, and this space that we in right now, with everything being expensive like it is and whatnot, this is the time where we're gonna have to pull out the good old, the real live American. Hey, we gotta have each other. We can go to the Bible, love thy neighbor, because baby, you need your neighbor. You know what I'm saying? We need each other, because right now we is out here like some kids just. The parent just done left. We is unsupervised, and we ain't got no money. So we out here trying to scrap and figure it out. Like that's just it. Cause the man that they left in charge of us is doing everything but taking care of us. And he ain't trying to help us. He ain't none of that. We is out here on our own trying to figure it out. So we got to lean on each other now more than ever. You know what? Yeah, we is really siblings right now in this America, okay? We are siblings. Because anytime, when it's time to eat and you making life decisions, like, that's insane. It's insane. And I think what's really, really sad is right now, the time of year it is, with the holidays approaching, a lot of people rely on the food assistance, you know what I'm saying, to be able to provide, to even have family time together. And then Christmas coming right behind it. And it's so unfortunate that we hear, but that's why we have to take and stick together. And then also, I want to also talk about and point out that there are a lot of places and organizations locally that I know here in Sandusky where we can reach out, and if you need help in any kind of way, listen, there are things and there are programs out here. Listen, put that pride to the side. Put that pride to the side. They have food banks and different things that are willing to help. With utilities, get over to CAC, get over to Salvation Army, places like that, so that you can get over there and get the help that you need. Hey, don't be too proud, John. Sometimes we got to put that little selfish, the little, listen, y'all can't be too proud. Not this day and age and not where we at right now. But I do want to add before I get out of here, like I said, locally here, I do have a list of different people, like if you're not receiving SNAP benefits, and that's something that you rely on, and if you are in need, we've got the Victory Kitchen on Hayes Ave. They have food and produce Monday through Friday. They also serve breakfast and lunch. Holy Angels, they have lunch and they also have dinners. Volunteers of America, they have lunch bags 7 days a week. So, hey, listen. Hey, y'all got to get away from this judgment. Stop judging people, because you don't know what people's stories is and how people got where they at. But anyhow, the Salvation Army has food boxes available. Volunteers of America, lunch bags 7 days a week. The Bowling Green State University Firelands Second Harvest University District, they have food boxes on the second Tuesdays. Job and Family Services have food boxes the fourth Thursday of the month. Family Health Services has food boxes the last Wednesday. Care and Share, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. And then Tuesday, they have a supplement food. OGO, they on the first and third Thursday, they are in MacArthur Park, New Jerusalem Church, and Orlando Pace Park. Eagles Nest Church, they have a food giveaway every third Friday. Father's Heart Church, they have bread, produce. It's every Friday. Food boxes the last Sunday of the month. And holiday food boxes giveaway at Father's Heart Church will be November 16th and December 14th. New Day Center, they have food boxes the third Saturday. They even have diapers Tuesdays and Thursdays. Ogo Warehouse, which is out on Perkins Ave, they have produce, breads, goodies. So these are some of the local programs and local places that if you are in need, they do the food boxes. Like I said, some of them provide lunches and whatnot. Listen, we have to utilize this. We have to become resourceful. Like I said, we have to rely on each other, and we have to do this as a community, as, you know what I'm saying, as humans. We have to be there for each other, because we're all feeling it. And listen, we got to create a non-judgment, because like I said, you don't know what people's story is, you don't know how they ended up where they at and what they going through. So let's be mindful of each other, and hey, we stronger together. We stronger together, and we resilient people, so we gonna get through this. But just know, if you feeling like, hey, don't beat yourself up and don't get down. You are not alone. All right. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Like I said, if you have anything to add, hey, comment down below, like, share, whatever the case may be. It's your girl E Joy. Real talk.